It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives
He's
here.
gone. You were
He's
too
gone.
slow. How could you?
Keep going.
How could you?
Keep going. Ignore the pain.
I told you it was to trick you. I told you.
Where are you going?
See,
There's nothing to follow.
come on.
Dovevo seguire Dilion, appariva per di qua. Vediamo. Dovevo seguire Dilion, appariva
There
per
it
di
is.
qua.
You're imagining.
Dovevo seguire Dilion.
Go towards it. Quick, there it is. Run. You're imagining. Come on, before he disappears. Come, go, go. Ah.
Si sta morendo.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
There's the tree.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Swordplay under the shade of a tree.
See him. Come on, you have to
She remembers the first time she saw him. To her young eyes,
He's there,
he moved as if dancing,
under the tree.
and the world danced with him.
You have to keep
The gloom lifted.
Combattere in questo
The first time in
modo,
years she felt a ray of hope.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever. Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sent a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end?
La
Well,
concentrazione non funziona.
that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Dovrei fare qualcos'altro prima. Uccidere Dilion. Non so se si può andare per di qua. Non lo so. No. L'albero dove vorrei arrivare all'albero.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge.
Troviamo qualche altro sempre per di qua.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked it, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with the sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Senua.
Can't even fight. It's just
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zenua's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
sì.
I'm Dilly. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. Bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who's supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her.
Don't move.
Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were.
Don't move. What was that?
That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still. Stay quiet. Hide. Don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him? You want to believe it. Is he not real? Is he there? You're alone in these mountains. Is that Dillian? Nothing lives here. You won't survive.
Riesco a raggiungere l'albero.
He met him by the tree. She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign, the tree. What's he trying to tell you? He's waiting for you by the tree.
Qualcosa seguirà. storia dei fratelli è molto bella.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Sigurd's.
C'è una corda qua. Non credo che si possa utilizzare. Va bene.
Take it. A sword. Take it. Dillian left it for you. Take it. Take it. It's a trick. It's a trick. It's coming from there. And there. What are they? Look. Where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods. Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the tree of death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shard. What's the shard? Find it.
Where is the
Find it. There it is.
Focus.
There's the shard. Focus.
Focus.
Use your eyes. Look.
Get closer.
A king in the north forced the dwarves to make a sword that would never fail and never rust, and that would slice through iron and stone and bring victory to its bearer. But the angry dwarves cursed it. It would be the death of a man every time it was drawn, and it would be the death of the king. Let me tell you about the sword Tyrving.
Vada, dica.
I don't recognize this place. Where are we? Where is she?
It feels wrong. Where are we now? Burial mound. So strange that we go to such lengths to bury death. Something so very ordinary, inevitable. It's as if we conspired to hide death, because we have no answer for it. But when it comes and forces itself onto our friends or loved ones, then comes the reckoning.
Go in. You have to go in. Take the
Prendi,
torch.
prendi
It's
la
too
torcia.
dark. Take it. This will help you. Careful. You have to be able to see.
Who's there? Dillian, I'm here. I'm here for the trials. Like when we first met, remember?
Do you remember?
There he is. There he is. Dillian. There he is. Finally.
Io vado di qua.
What's wrong? What happened? Can you hear me?
How did you let him go again?
Just wait there. I'll find you.
How could you? You have to find him. This is your mission. Find him. You have to use everything you have and find him. Get him back. He was just there. How could you lose him? How could she lose him? How could she? Find him.
Ci sarà un'altra entrata nel suo. Sì. Dovrò combattere contro di lui.
I'll find him.
Was that voices? Is that his voice or the voice of the dead? Not Dillian. Dillian's calling to you. Can you hear him? Where is he?
Senua, you remind me of a story that the Northmen tell about a young woman warrior. Her name is Herver, the daughter of a berserker, born after he was killed. She's a wild, willful child who teaches herself to fight with weapons. When she learns where her father is buried, her only desire is to reclaim the treasure buried with him, but above all, the sword, Tyrving.
She has to keep going. If you go down there, no one can save you. It's too scary.
I can hear him.
Herver disguises herself as a man to join a band of warriors, and soon becomes their leader. When they come to the island where her father is buried, her men do not want to go ashore. They say that evil haunts the island, and that it is a worse place by day than other places are by night. Fearless, she lands alone. There are many grave mounds, and all of them have ghostly flames burning over them. She comes to the grave mound of her father after passing through these ghostly fires as though they were mist.
Un labirinto
The
se
flames I
vuoi
passed through were real enough.
devi trovare la strada
Damn
giusta.
unto hell.
Find another way. It's not working. You have to use your mind. Where can you go? You're failing. Find another way. Think. Focus. Use your mind. Where's he gone? He's disappeared. You let him slip through your fingers once again. Think clearly. You have to find another way. There has to be another way. You don't recognize it? Don't doubt yourself. You'll never find it. She doesn't recognize it. Yes, you do. You know where you are. She doesn't. Listen for his voice. Listen. Dillian.
Che giriamo dove?
Where are you?
No,
His
no.
voice. Does everything look the same? Looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? What's different? There's a clue. Look. Light the torch. Light it. Look for the torch. Light it. What can you see? It'll help you see.
Come la ci devo torcere? Ah, ok.
Where are we? She has no idea. We're going round and you have fallen in. You think that sound is Dillian's voice? It's a trap. You walked right into their hands. They have you right where they want you. How could you? You think that voice is Dillian's? It's not. It's beckoning you to your death. Does everything look the same? It all looks the same. Something's different. Look for clues. What is it? What's different? There's a clue. Look.
C'è qualcosa di diverso, è normale, lo scudo è diverso, ok, questo l'ho capito, però dovrei seguire sempre le tracce di questo scudo qua.
Let her think.
Invece pensiero, bisogna pensare al silenzio.
Space. She just needs. No. She doesn't think. Don't listen to them. She needs us. She needs us to help her. Think clearly. What do you You're lost forever. What are you going to do when the torch runs out? You wander around until it gets dark. And then you do. You save yourself. It's not him. It's not him. We told you. We told you it was a trick.
Dai, che l'ho trovato. Andiamo in qua. C'è qualcosa.
That voice doesn't sound like Dillian anymore. What's happening? Quiet. It's not him. He wants me to find him. I'm lost without him. That's not Dillian. That doesn't sound What's in there? What's in there? What is it? A secret room. How do you get in there? How does she? That voice. It's not Dillian. give up and I'll find a way. You're too close to stop. What's in there?
Dillian wants me to face my fears.
Spinga, spinga. Prendi la spada. Finita la torcia. Scusami un secondo. Eccomi.
Father? I'm leaving. I've decided. I think it will be good for me.
It's the darkness. It's speaking through
No,
you.
Dad, it's me. I think I can beat it. In my own way.
I can see the darkness in your eyes, child.
I met a boy.
Boy.
The chieftain's son.
No.
He said he could help me.
It's a trick.
He said I could be normal.
Normal?
Yes.
No boy is going to save you. No one can. When they see the rot growing inside you,
No!
they will turn their back on you. The gods can only fix you through my hand. You're going nowhere.
No.
You will not defy the gods. Come, child, take my hand. Come. Senua.
I am leaving!
You cannot escape the darkness. Your curse will make everyone suffer. You will have blood on your hands!
Facevo il padre.
It's done. You did it, but there's more. There's more.
Non sei ripreso.
But you have to keep going. There's still more. There's always more to do. It's not going to be easy. You're getting time. Can you do another one? It's too much. Have you thought? She hasn't got the energy. Too much to do.
I saw once a plague strike northern lands of ice. It was so terrible that not the oldest man among us could remember the like. Hundreds died. The sickness took nearly every person younger than 40 and many older. And where dying mothers gave birth, The marks of the plague were on the babes as they came out of the womb.
Where are we? I don't like it. This place feels...
What is this place?
This place feels... It's... creepy. Creepy. It feels wrong. It feels strange. Where is it? Where are we? Turn back. This is wrong. This has to be wrong.
There he is.
There he is.
The light.
Go towards it.
He's in the house.
He's going in. He's disappearing.
Follow him.
Don't let him disappear.
Where's it gone?
Keep going.
How do you find it? It's just a trial.
It's just another test.
You just have to stop it and then you will find it.
Then you will succeed.
It's a test. Like the old warrior trials. Dillian will help me. The stench of rot. She can almost taste it. Do you smell it? No. Don't worry. Not everyone can. It was a warm spring day when she went to the river with Dillian and the others. But the water. She could taste the rot.
Look through the arch.
But no one else could.
It's an illusion.
She knew something was wrong. Something sinister. She begged them to leave, but they just laughed at her. But soon enough, as the bodies piled up, no one was laughing.
Allah aşkına lan bana.
And they knew that she was not like them. Senua. The bridge. It's broken. Fix it.
Now you have to find him.
Quick, get to the house. Get to the house and finish this trial.
It doesn't finish until you get to the house.
Before he disappears, Senua.
You have to get in.
Dove dovrebbe regolare il con.
The Northmen speak of a death moon, a light shaped like a half moon that appears inside a house and goes around the walls. I once saw the death moon appear at a farm, and first the shepherd died, then a guest died, and then the farmhands, and then the farmer and 6 of his men drowned at sea. That is not the end of it, because the dead return to haunt the living. If you see the death moon, then beware, because there will be death in that house.
Facciamo punto. Fanno ancora. Ok, sì.
She did it. You fixed the bridge. She fixed it. You passed the trial, get to the house. You succeeded.
Non è nulla di buono.
Senua! Come to me! Where are you?
I'm here! I'm right here!
Are you in there? Come out if you are.
Sono fuori. Sono fuori. Coglione maledetto, sono fuori. Allora ho capito che vogliamo entrare. Entriamo. Si chiude la porta.
Where is he? Find him. You have to find him. The runes. Focus. The runes. What's that sound?
They're coming for me!
I'm dying. Where are we? It's too much. Someone's calling you. Who are they? Someone's calling you. Why are you here? Dillian. What's that voice? You can hear Dillian. It's Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. Go to him. Dillian. He's trying to save you. There it is. It's close. Run now! Not save him. Run. Senua. Run. You came through the wrong door. Where's your sword? To defend yourself. You can't. It's Dillian. It's Dillian. Find the creature. It's Dillian. Where are we? It's not safe. I feel unsafe. Where is it? I'm not safe. You're dying. You're lost. You're dying. This is what death feels like. Two more. Where are they? Where's Dillian? Where are you? Don't let it see you. Don't get lost. Don't let it see you. What shall I do? Don't let it look quick. Where's the light? Go towards it. Focus. 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 Look. One to find. One more. One done. Don't get lost. Find the other symbol. You're lost. Look at you. Where is he? Where are you? I can't find you. Once you've got me. Where's the door? Find it. Get out. Run. Look at you. Don't let it see you. It's coming. Move away. You're lost again.
Non aprire.
Senua!
Senua! What happened?
Niente di che. Solita routine.
They're blaming me for the plague. They say that I'm cursed. What if they're right?
How would they know such a thing? Are they gods? None of us are. They're just people. Good people, but they're scared. They're afraid of what they can't see. Like children scared of the dark. They make up stories to fill the void. That doesn't make them true.
What if my father was right?
You have to step out of this darkness. Let them see who you really are, like I have. You're not a monster.
Ma lui sì.
Without you, this darkness has made me a monster.
What if this is pointless? What if you're wrong? What if this has nothing to do with the sword? What if we're wrong? The sword will never be yours. What if this is the end? It's just a trick. It's just a pointless test. You've been fooled before. You could be fooled again. You're being tested. You don't know. It's just their game for you. You never know which way it's going to go.
I want to tell you a story about a god of the Northmen called Balder. The second son of Odin, he was beautiful, good, and wise. He was fair of feature, he spoke fair words, he gave fair judgments. Light shone from him. Only good things were told of him. Yet he was the first of the gods to die.
Ultima prova?
Face. A mouse. What is it? What does it see? Get closer. close. Don't go near it. Don't go there. Don't go too close. Don't go to the mast. You don't know what will happen. Be careful. It's not safe. Where are we? What is this? It's the same. Different. It's another world. It's lighter. It's nicer. I like it here. Can we stay? Let's stay here. I like the way it's safe here. It's calm here. It's light here. It's nice.
Vai, contact. Siamo dove? Just. Sono aperte. Ok.
The bridge. It's not broken. It's fixed. What happened? The bridge is fixed. Let's cross it. Dillian is in. Don't forget. You can feel his presence. You need the runes to fight Dillian. You need Dillian. He's waiting for you. He always said he would wait. He's close. He cares about you. Feel he's close. He loves you. You can feel his love calling you. Dillian. Dillian, we're here. Dillian. We're nearly here. The gate is open. Go through the gate. Go through it. It's dangerous. Follow it. What's behind the gate? Where will it take you? It's not safe. Dillian. There he is. There he is. What are you waiting for? Quick, find a way. Find him. Go through. Where is he? Where's he gone? We're in the wrong world. He's not here. She's in the wrong world. He's not in this world. He's in the other one. He's in the other one. He's in the dark world. The dark.
The world once seemed so simple. Black and white. Darkness and light. Narrow dividing lines of our own making. Dillian taught her to see further. To peek through the cracks and see the worlds of colour stretching away from the gloom. And Senua explored new paths into the unknown.
Do you remember the way he stroked your hair? Not in this world. Do you remember the way he felt in this world? You can't.
Cosa potrebbe diventare così? L'ombra. Oh, sì. Ok.
The Northmen tell this story about the death of Balder. It begins with dark dreams. Night after night, Balder dreams of his own death, and the gods fear for his life. So Balder's mother makes everything in the world: fire, water, iron, stone, earth, wood, beasts, birds, serpents, poison, sickness, swear an oath not.
You are guilty. Was it worth it? It's all your fault. It's all your fault. You're cursed.
Vedendo faccia.
The gods feast and rejoice and amuse themselves by throwing spears and stones at Balder, striking at him with sword and axe. But he comes to no harm, whatever they do. The gods never cease to no one shaves himself, and I.
Look what happens to the things you love. Curse strangled, just like it strangled him. Dillian doesn't know who killed him, but we do. Believing hand that loved you, you squashed it, strangled it. The curse cannot be undone. Everything gets broken in the end. You killed him with your love because he believed in you. I saw that she was strong. Remember Dillian? What do you remember? Do you remember the sound of his voice? Dillian didn't believe in the curse. Dillian believed in you. Senua. Do you remember the smell of his neck? What does it feel like to be in love? thought she had light within her. She is pure darkness.
Hai distrutto il mondo creato.
You broke him. You killed him. He couldn't see the darkness within you. There he is. Where are you taking me? He's up there. How do you get up there? There's a way. There is a way up there. Your curse claimed Dillion. You're nearly there. Just find the way. He didn't know. He was kind.
Loki makes a dart out of mistletoe and goes to the gods as they throw things at Balder. The blind god, Huth, was there. Loki asks him why he wasn't taking part. Huth says, I cannot see where Balder stands, and even if I could see him, I have no weapon. Loki replies, here is a wand the Northmen tell how the gods mourned Balder. His body was to be burnt on his ship, but they could not manage to push it into the sea and sent for a giantess to do it. She comes riding a wolf and has vipers for her
Years
wings.
had passed since she left her father. She trained hard alongside her friend, Dillion. She saw things no one else could. Patterns, shapes, movement. An intuition that made her an exceptional warrior. Friendship turned to love. But the shadow of darkness never let her go, and she was caught between two worlds. That of Zinbel and her past, and Dillion, her future. Two realities tearing at her soul.
He was the only one that really loved her. He did love her. Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree? Do you remember the smell of his neck? You killed things you love. You killed the things that are most precious to you. You don't deserve this. Dillion undoes the curse. What does it feel like to feel a love so strong?
Non ricordo dopo.
Do you remember him whispering in your ear?
Overcome with grief, the gods send Hermod to ride to Hel and ask Hela to let Balder return home. All the gods are weeping, he says. Are they? Asks Hela. We shall see if he is truly missed. If everything in the world will weep for him, he shall go back to the gods. But if even one thing refuses, Balder stays with me. The gods send messengers everywhere. Weep for Baldur, weep him out of hell. And everything wept. Men, beasts, earth, stone, trees, metal, everything. Except for a giantess they found in a cave. Baldur was never my friend, she says. Let hell keep what she has. The Northmen say that the giantess must have been Loki in disguise.
He led you astray. You should have listened to your father when you had the chance. Why didn't you listen to him? This love has tortured you, and it tortures Dillian. You have no chance for love now. Nobody will love you again. Ever again. You kill. Wasting your time. You have no time for this. Speed up. These rules mean nothing. It's all part of their game. They've set you trials to distract you. They've set you up, and now they're going to watch you fall. What if these trials mean nothing? Gods can see laughing at curse. What how the darkness is so certain. This get away if they are just to tire you out, to make you weak before the battle. He was kind to her. What if this is pointless? What are you doing?
The Northmen tell how the gods punished Loki for Baldur's death. They captured him and took him to a cave. They fetched his 2 sons and turned one into a wolf, and he ripped his brother apart. The gods used Loki's own son's entrails to tie him down and turned these bonds to iron and dangled a poisonous serpent over his face so that its venom would drip onto him. Each time the venom drips onto Loki's face, he writhes in agony. The Northmen say that is the cause of earthquakes. A reminder, perhaps, that if even gods must accept death, then so must we.
He's the reason she's alive at all. Do you remember meeting him beneath the tree? What if they're all about wasting your time, just delaying minute by minute by minute? What does she think she's doing? You're not special. She thinks she can. They mean nothing. Was it worth it? You're special. They start to be test of her time. What if the gods are laughing? Messing with her. It wouldn't be this. The first time. Dillian!
Vieni.
It's not safe.
Dillian never much cared for the underworld and looked dimly upon the druids, like her father, Sinbad.
She can do it. You can do it.
I guess he took after his father, a chieftain who believed nothing he couldn't see. And he happened to be blind. She felt safe in Dillian's arms, and to see the world through his eyes. Slowly, the darkness that had bound her so tightly began to unravel.
Go to him. Go to him. That's it. Quicker.
Quicker.
Be very, very careful.
You've come this far, don't let him slip away.
It's a narrow bridge. There's a long way to fall.
It's your fault. He's disappeared. You've lost him to the sea. He's gone. You've lost him to him. He's gone to the water. He's drowned.
Senua, your father cannot understand your darkness. He cannot see through your eyes. No one can. My own father was born blind. Doesn't have the faintest idea of what the night looks like. The word dark to him means as little as the word light. So someone is afraid of the dark. Should we fix them by taking away their sight? Would you give up the beautiful world that you, and only you, can see just to be rid of your nightmares? Or is this the price you pay for the gift you have? A gift that makes you so special in my eyes. Just another part of the person I know.
I left for the wilds to protect you from my darkness. Because I love you. But it made it worse. I'm so sorry.
Killing you would be too easy.
They're taking your memories to torture you.
They're taking you from the inside.
You're disappearing one memory at a time. Every time you remember, it disappears.
They're going to take everything.
They're not yours anymore.
They're going to take everything you have.
The memories of ghosts.
They belong to the gods, not to you.
They're eating you from the inside. They want to kill your soul.
They want to crush it.
They think they want your body, they want your soul.
They want your mind, and they're going to take it.
The memories were yours, but they're the gods now.
Nothing is yours anymore.
Dillian's disappearing with your memories.
Ci ne manca ancora uno. Ah, eccolo qui. Non mi ricordo di averlo già preso, ma mi sembra di no.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. The Northmen say that their Allfather, Odin, gave his eye in exchange for a drink from Mimir's well, the Well of Wisdom. In blindness, there can be wisdom. Only by giving can you receive in return. For this reason, I give my life and pass on my stories of the Northmen to you, Senua.
Where am I? I can't see.
Giù di giù.
Who's there? Can you hear me?
No.
I'm right here. Can't you see me? No. Help me. Breathe slow. It's the darkness. Stay still. Empty your thoughts. Tell me what you feel. The breeze. Good. Then there is a way out. I can't tell where it comes from. Yes, you can. The others. The voices. They've gone. I'm still here. It's so quiet. So dark. It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you. I think I'm somewhere else now. The breeze has gone. Use all of your senses. Let the world speak to you. What do you hear? I hear water. Go to it. I've reached the water. Good. That's your way out. Follow it upstream. I'm so sorry. I thought I left this all behind. Don't be sorry. It's not your fault. He was right. It's inside of me. It won't let me go. Senua, my father, he taught me that the hardest battles are fought in the mind, not the sword. You're no coward. He proved that to me in the warrior trials. This is just another battle. You can beat it. This isn't your battle. You don't have to help me. I want to. Besides, you are going to be a great warrior today. We need people like you. I'll do my best. Shh.
seems there's no escaping the past in this place. And so she's forced to relive it. To what end?
Simbolo ma non
There is a house. I don't know what's inside.
Don't be afraid.
There's something in here.
Minchia, non avere paura.
Do you see it?
No.
Then it cannot see you. Quietly move past it, one step at a time.
It's not following me.
Leave it behind and keep moving forwards.
Minchia, sono altri 2, 3.
I think I'm in a house. It stinks. Of death.
The darkness is testing you, but you are in control.
A well. There's a well.
Don't turn back. You're getting close.
Delia. Help me.
Male. Questi bastardi.
Delia. Is that you? I can see a light.
Yes, I can see you too.
Non fidarti, è lui il vero mostro.
She could spend hours, days even, trapped within herself, in the dark.
You see me?
No.
Yes.
No, sì.
Your eyes were open, but you were gone.
And when it finally let her go, she could be anywhere, with no memory of how she got there.
When it comes for me, I have no power over it.
But here, for the first time, someone was there to help.
But I heard your voice. You brought me back.
You found your own way back. All you needed was a little help. A little hope.
You've done it. The warrior trials. Go get the sword. You have to get the sword. Gillian left it for you. Where is it? The sword.
direi che con questo finiamo qui, ci sentiamo alla prossima.